Boom. What's up, guys? Season 2, episode 6. Let's get it started. All right. Miami clearly has a secret weapon. They do not care what quarterback they use. Ryan Fitzpatrick is obviously going to be the savior for when Tua is not doing so well, which is, fine for them so far. He seems to be working for them, and they're successful with it. So as long as it works, fuck it, make a playoff run with them. Um, some big news on baseball. Blake Snell is going to the Padres. Don't know the deal's details quite yet, but I just know that he is he went. He's definitely going to the Padres. I've also heard some news that Yu Darvish is also going to be going to the Padres as well. So, um, Padres are definitely going to be. I think they're pushing for the playoff, um, World Series type team kind of run. I think they're tired of being known as the losers, and I think they do have a pretty good chance. If they pick up those two, their pitching staff will be pretty stacked at that point. And man, I've been keeping up with basketball here and there. Clippers are absolutely terrible without Kawhi Leonard. What is that team going to do if they can't survive without Kawhi Leonard? That he literally seems, it's obvious he carries that team, and they rely on him heavily. So getting blown out like the way they did, I know everyone knows what game I'm talking about. That was something else. I didn't see that coming at all. Um, Now for the Warriors, that the whole Western Conference is not looking kind of shaky. Besides, the Lakers, the powerhouse team, they're doing pretty good. Now, the fact that it seems to be everyone's off to a shaky start, but I feel like it'll all come full circle. They're coming off a weird season, short off season for some, so I would see it come full circle, pending any injuries for some teams. But as of right now, them Clippers, they need to reevaluate hardcore on how they run their team. Well, let's talk about a little bit about the NFL MVP candidates. There's three: Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes. I think it's going to come down to who. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes' MVP race is currently over. They're saying that they're going to be resting their starters because they're the only team with 14 wins in the league. So they have, I wouldn't say no reason to play good on the final game, but they're taking the proper precautions. They won't have no injuries. And also with COVID and all, they're probably just being extra cautious. But I would say it's going to come down to Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. I think Josh Allen is I would say he carries that team more than what Patrick does. Now, don't get me wrong, Patrick Mahomes does carry that team as well, but I've seen more of the Bills being carried with Josh Allen. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's just I've seen some more, ESPN moments this year from Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes didn't really have to, I wouldn't say make crazy plays, but they both are equally going back and forth. It was a neck and neck battle, but I think it's going to come down to Josh Allen just for the fact that he's going to be playing the final game and Patrick Mahomes is not, because they don't need him to, but that can also be taken into consideration as for a seed. They don't need him to play the last game because he did so well. Now, there's just a bunch of factors that tie in for MVP. And then don't count out Aaron Rodgers, though. he definitely has a heavy consideration into having him in that conversation as well. As for the Packers are, I would say, nothing without him. Now, that can go either way for some of you, but I would say the Packers don't have the near as good offense without him as they do with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers carries the Packers. Now, all three quarterbacks carry their offenses heavily, but I think Aaron Rodgers has the heaviest impact on carrying his team on his back. He's made play after play after play. Now, Aaron Rodgers has also been in the league a lot longer than the other two. So I feel like people are going to go with more of the younger talent than they are going to go with the veteran. Aaron Rodgers does have a fan base more on his side, and Patrick Mahomes has more of a fan base on his side, and Josh Allen has a good fan base as well, but nowhere near as big as Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers. As for they have Super Bowl wins, so everyone's feeding off of that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has one, so does Mahomes. But from what I'm seeing, those three have a pretty high chance of making it this year. We will have to see two AFC candidates and one NFC candidate. So I think for my two favorites right now coming out of the NFC and AFC for a Super Bowl run, I would say Chiefs and Packers. They seem the least injured and highly talented as well. I would say the Packers have probably top 5 receiver, and so do the Chiefs, and they got quarterbacks that can make things happen. They're that guy that they walk up to and say, "Hey, we need you to make something happen." So those are the two teams I see dominating and making it to the Super Bowl this year, pending any COVID positive test and or some significant injuries could also happen down the road. It's a very violent sport. Things can change. We shall see. If you like this, go ahead, give it a comment, like, share. You can find me on Instagram, Let's Argue 49, Twitter, Let's Argue 49, same handle for both. And then I'll be posting this to YouTube as well. Give me some time to edit and everything, and it'll be up soon. But as for the episode itself being available on podcast platforms, that'll be up first. Maybe give me a day, possibly 2, to get the YouTube video up. Sometimes the uploads take a little bit longer, but go ahead, this will be up very shortly. I'll make an announcement, this, that, and the other, But yeah, stay tuned. I know this episode was late, but I blame holidays. I've been quite busy, and I've been having an on and off work schedule, but I'm going to try to put some content together as we go along. And Happy New Year for whoever catches this episode, because the next one won't be out until 2021. Thank you for listening.